Hello friends, welcome to our channel, where we delve into the exciting world of classic cars. Today we're embarking on a journey into the past to tell you about a fantastic car that changed the perception of power and handling. Imagine this, a powerful 390 cubic inch engine in the body of the lightweight and compact Mustang. Who would have thought it possible? Let's dive in together and explore how Ford managed to pull off this incredible feat and make the Mustang 390 GT a true star of the automotive world in the 1960s. Let's immerse ourselves in the amazing world of power, speed, and superior handling together with us. You'd think that dropping an anchor like the 390 engine into the Mustang would overload the front end and make it handle like a real dog, wouldn't you? The puristi will glance at the specs and hoot derisively at the 60, 3/39ths, 7% weight distribution, and tell you the rig will never fly, right? In truth, even we expected the Mustang 390 GT to plow like an Ohio farmer. It doesn't. The car we tested had over 400 pounds, more weight on the front wheels than the last Mustang we tested, a 271 HEP 289. There have been no basic changes in the Falcon inherited suspension, yet the Mustang 390 GT has balance and handling. The idea of stuffing the 390 engine into a car originally designed for an engine less than half that size is pretty wild, and it leaves the way clear for some even hairier engines in the future. The 390 block is the same one used for Mercury's 410 and Ford's 427 racing engine and the 428 street engine. Would you believe the SO Chisi Hemi? Okay, maybe only on the drag strip. But anything's possible in Motown, so it's best to get it right in the first place. The bare bones of the 67 Mustang are plenty strong enough to take over 400 horsepower, so a measly 320 GP aren't going to bend a thing. The 390 is strong, no doubt about it. In a heavy, full-sized Ford, it isn't much to sound off about. But in a 3,400 Lowburler compact, it comes on like spit on a griddle. As a matter of fact, the Mustang 390 GT is the fastest of the current sporty type cars from Detroit, including the Camaro, Barracuda, Marlin, and Mustang's heavier brother, the Cougar. Driving as laconically as we ever do in a car like this, we knocked off 15.2 second quarter miles with the air conditioner and the stereo tape deck going full blast and letting the XPL 3-speed automatic shift when it felt like it. In a car stripped of luxury items, and with a 4-speed, we figure the 390 could easily get down into the mid-14 range, or as fast as last year's Shelby Mustang. Nonetheless, we enjoyed having those options. Maybe we're getting feeble, but we don't think we'd like to own a car like this with manual steering. We could do without the tape deck and the tilt wheel and all that, but we'd hate to lose the power steering and automatic transmission. Manual 4-speeds are keen, but the automatic is keener, even faster out of the hole too. And this year, the Sport Shift feature that allows instant 1-2-3 upshifts and 3 2 downshifts comes with the Mustang automatic. Good stuff. If all this rubber-peeling speed weren't matched by good handling and braking, we'd be a little nervous about this swing toward Watusi engines in pygmy chassis. The Mustang's chassis has been around long enough that Ford has learned to tune the suspension, and they've tuned it like a Steinway. Of course, those fat Firestone wide ovals don't hurt either. With power steering, street tire pressures, and no limited slip differential, we felt we were going as fast around Ford's neat little handling loop as we ever have, with no more effort or discomfort than driving a Continental in a straight line. The Mustang corners willingly, if somewhat clumsily. It doesn't seek the right line instinctively, the way a thoroughbred will, but once pointed in the proper direction, it clambers eagerly around the corner. True, Initial understeer is there, but oversteer can be induced by a flick of the wheel here, a poke at the throttle there, and it's very hard to throw it off balance or make it come unglued. The stopping distances weren't exactly dime-sized, but again, the car responded well. With the optional front-wheel disc brakes, the engineers threw two jokers into the deck. One, a delay valve on the front that doesn't let the discs come on until the line pressure is above a certain value. Two, a limiting valve on the rear to prevent wheel lockup. The front valve is there so that you don't wear out the pads stroking the brakes around town. Dabbing at the pedal in city traffic operates only the rear drums. The rear valve has a high cutoff point, but on a high traction surface, the rear wheels will still lock up during the last few dozen feet of a panic stop. This is true of most American front disc braking systems, and explains why the less sophisticated European systems are able to produce shorter braking distances under ideal conditions. Anyone who likes the old Mustang ought to go nuts for the 67. It's a much better looking car than the photographs show, and we think the styling is tougher than last year's. It's heftier and more substantial looking. The interior sparkles with a new instrument panel layout and more luxurious hardware. It looks like Ford has decided the Mustang is going to be around for a while, so why not invest some money where the occupants can enjoy it? The ride has been improved to the point that it's every bit as good as most of the intermediates, except over thank you ma'ams and the like. One touch that we liked for its refreshing honesty were those louvers in the hood. They're real. Obviously inspired by the upward radiator ducting on the Ford GT racing cars. These embryonic slits exhaust a small percentage of radiator air, probably improving the cooling plus melting windshield ice. Last year, the supercars were the big news. Pontiac's GTO, the Hemis, and Ford's 390 engined intermediates had the power. Oldsmobile's 442 had the handling, and the Buick Skylark Grand Sport had the brakes. This year, the supercars are better than ever, but the sporty cars are grabbing the headlines with their big power boosts. If this class is going to replace the GTOs, it sure is nice to see that they're starting off with all the good stuff instead of trying to paste it on later. Anchors away. In conclusion, the Mustang 390 GT of the 1960s is a remarkable testament to Ford's engineering prowess and innovation. Despite the skepticism surrounding the idea of fitting a powerful 390 cubic inch engine into a lightweight and compact body like the Mustang, Ford defied expectations and created a true automotive icon. What stands out about the Mustang 390 GT is not just its raw power, but also its surprising balance and handling. Despite the front-heavy weight distribution, the Mustang 390 GT maintains its composure and agility on the road, offering a thrilling driving experience unlike any other. This car represents a pivotal moment in automotive history, where power and performance were redefined. With its impressive speed and handling capabilities, the Mustang 390 GT became the benchmark for performance cars of its time, outshining its competitors and setting a new standard for what a muscle car could be. Not only is the Mustang 390 GT a legendary car on the road, but it has also left its mark on popular culture. From classic films to modern television shows, the Mustang 390 GT has been featured prominently, cementing its status as an enduring symbol of American automotive ingenuity and excellence. So the next time you see a sleek Mustang tearing down the road, remember the legacy of the 390 GT and the impact it had on the automotive world. It's more than just a car. It's a piece of history. A symbol of power, speed, and superior handling that continues to captivate enthusiasts and inspire admiration to this day.